3, 2, 1.
Okay, we are clear. Ready to go live in 5, 4. Cue the talent. 3. Hey, I said cue the talent. 2 and 1. Attention hobbyists, sports fans, and collectors nationwide and abroad. It's time to get hype. Come on. About the hobby we are all a part of. Live from the MOJO Break Studios. It's Dan and Doug. Check it out. Come on! So, get hype. Be hype. This is The Hype.
What is going down, everybody? We're back. There's been a couple weeks. We haven't been here, but we're back. We got a lot of things to talk about. 2017 year in review. And we've got Jim from rackfest.com here to join us later in the episode in about 30 minutes or so. And I'd advise you guys to go ahead and check out, before he comes on, go ahead and check out rackfest.com. Very unique autograph website that has some pretty cool things, and we'll tell you all about it later in the show. We're also going to talk about 2018, looking forward to that, and what we expect in this hobby and in sports and things like that. So, Dan, what's going on? How was your New Year's, man?
It was good. Went down to Southern California, catch Week 17 action of the Rams and 49ers. Not a great game.
Not a great game, huh?
Let's see if that
was a great game.
Not a good game. Was that audio coming from yours or my phone?
I think it was coming from my computer. So
Sweet.
we got a lot of audio devices going on at the same time.
We see the second coming of Joe Montana, Jimmy Garoppolo.
Jimmy G fever.
A lot of Garoppolo jerseys out there. A lot of Jerry Rice jerseys, which you would pretty much expect. You know, one of the greatest number 80s of all time, and a lot of Kaepernick jerseys.
A lot of people supporting the cause,
yeah.
Standing up for what they believe in.
And it was funny, a lot of the Rams fans, like during the national anthem, a lot of the Rams fans just heckling the Niners players. There's about 4 Niners players that still take a knee. Everybody else is standing. Yeah. The Rams sideline, everybody was standing. And it's such a distraction. It's disrespectful to the national anthem because everybody's literally just talking during it. Like the whole side, I'm just like, but we're not supposed to be talking here. It's just, yeah. So not only is it a distraction on the field, it's a distraction in the stands as well.
Do you think, before we move on to the NFL playoffs, do you think in 2018 this is going to still be going on?
No, I mean, I think.
Is it just a fad for 2017?
I think it's a fad. Nobody will remember.
It's like a new fad diet, like people are on for now, and then come February, they're back hitting the cheeseburgers again.
Hey, man, I went to the gym last night expecting for the place to be absolutely packed. There's nobody in there. I think people gave up already.
I think it's this. Monday. We're still on vacation.
No, it's like
it's
New Year's resolution, man. I'm doing it the first of the year. We're getting bad. We're going to the gym 6 days a week and all that good stuff. And by the second, they're all no, not going to do it.
Yeah,
gone too far.
C-Rad had the pleasure of going to a Dave Chappelle show for his New Year's. That was pretty awesome. How was that, man?
Oh, it was absolutely amazing experience.
Yeah.
You guys ever seen Dave Chappelle? He's a awesome comic.
Definitely.
And I was telling you guys earlier, it was a Dave Chappelle and John Mayer duel kind of thing, and you would expect it just to be John Mayer singing songs and Dave Chappelle doing jokes, but they were actually up there together.
Did he do "My Body's Wonderland"?
No, that is and trust me, I would know. But that's my wife's favorite.
Or
song.
Daughters? Did you do Daughters?
No, he did more. He did more of his stuff from his recent album.
Man.
Yeah,
man,
he did do a funny version of Your Body Is One. I got to tell you off the air, but it was a dirty joke that Dave Chappelle did, and then John Mayer was like, well, that was the third verse of Your Body is a Wonderland, and he starts playing it, and all the girls in the crowd are going crazy, and my wife's like, oh my God, he's going to sing it. But he does like this dirty version based off of what Dave Chappelle was saying, so it was hilarious.
That's funny. Well, let's jump into the NFL playoffs. First week of the playoffs is starting this week, and I wanted to talk about predictions, and I also wanted to talk about how it's going to affect the hobby, like what players could potentially go up and down in this hobby based on their rookie cards or past rookie cards from other years. So we're looking at the bracket here, what we're seeing on the screen. And if you're listening to us on iTunes, we do have a show on YouTube where we have slides and things like that. And that was courtesy of printableteamschedules.com. You can see the watermark on there. But right off the bat, I mean, let's go with predictions. We'll start with Dan and try not to be a homer here.
Okay.
Super Bowl prediction.
Super Bowl. God, the obvious favorite is the Patriots, but I'm not gonna go Patriots. I'm gonna go Steelers. I think it's gonna be the Steelers, and I'm gonna pass on the NFC.
The NFC is kind of an abomination. There's a lot of uncertainty in that one. And what do you guys think in the chat? Who is your guys' pick in the chat? We want to know.
I think in the NFC, I think anybody could represent the NFC out of those teams. Yeah. Anything can happen. Any one of those teams can beat each other. I don't think there's any clear-cut favorite. I would say the Eagles would be the clear-cut favorite because they are the first seed, but with Nick Foles at the helm, I think they get knocked out in their first game. The divisional playoffs, they get knocked out. I think the Panthers or the Steelers can definitely beat them.
Yeah, and I actually think that I like the Panthers in the NFC. I think Cam Newton can make some things happen.
I think if we listen to previous podcasts, I think the prediction early in the season, I picked the Panthers.
I picked the Falcons early in the season.
Did you? Mm-hmm. I don't remember what I picked. What did I pick?
I think you picked the Chargers.
I did. I definitely picked the Chargers.
Where
are they at on there?
I think you picked the Cowboys.
No, I wouldn't have picked the Cowboys.
I think you picked the Giants. I think you're
no. The Browns. I picked the Browns.
Yeah, you're looking. I think you were thinking of Browns Giants Super Bowl, and I think you're incorrect. I think
Browns Giants. That would have been hell. That was probably been the most watched Super Bowl in NFL history right there with the Browns.
Actually, New York and in Cleveland being starred for a playoff game or hell, a win.
Yeah.
What, two wins in 2 years? Or one? Is it one?
One win.
One win.
One win.
One win in two years.
But surprisingly, they said the Buffalo Bills were the longest team to make the playoffs. Like in sport, it made it sound like it was sports.
No, I think the Browns made it with Derek Anderson. I think they made it to the playoffs. They
made it in there. Okay. Because I think Andy Dalton's foundation has now gained an extra. I think they said $100,000 for Bills.
$200,000.
$200,000.
Yep.
Jesus.
There was a lot of.
That's awesome.
There was a lot of donations of $17. Because it's been 17 years since they made the playoffs.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah,
that's pretty cool. Well, let's talk about the impact of some of these rookies for the 2017 class. You can see here. There's Bills fans. They're happy. That's a really cool story. That's the best story so far this season is the excitement of a team just kind of, falling into the playoffs. And, after what those fans have endured with the 4 Super Bowl losses and haven't been back to the playoffs since. That's a great story. But next slide, Kareem Hunt. So Kareem Hunt's going to have his chance to, shine this weekend against the Titans. I think the Chiefs could beat the Titans. So with Kareem Hunt, you could see a bump in his cards a little bit over this week, and I would be primed if you're unless you just absolutely love his cards, and you're planning on keeping him for life. I would be primed to sell if he has a good game this week. I mean, what are your thoughts?
You got to look at all the rookie running backs.
Yes,
they're all represented. Christian McCaffrey, Panthers.
Yep.
Alvin Kamara, Saints. Kareem Hunt, Chiefs. And Leonard Fournette, Jags.
Yeah, actually, I forgot about McCaffrey. Yep.
So, I mean, there's a lot of rookies that can make some big plays and help their team win. And if that happens, their cards are going to go up. So, man, I feel you. I wish it was for the hobby. I wish it was quarterbacks that we were talking about, not running backs. Running backs don't seem to have the secondary market and shelf life. But we did see Kareem Hunt early in the season. His cards were going through the roof.
They were.
So, 150-yard game and the Chiefs win. I think they go back to where they were week 2.
Yeah, and he's been actually picking. He hit that wall in the midseason, and I think he's had a few good games here to end the season.
Led the league in rushing.
And led the league in rushing. Probably going to be in the mix for Rookie of the Year. I think our next guy, which is Alvin Kamara, is probably going to get Rookie of the Year.
I don't know how that. I don't think there's any way Kamara gets it. I think there's no doubt that Kareem Hunt gets the.
I think it's the
offensive
yards
rookie of
from
the year.
scrimmage. I think he has more yards from scrimmage, similar to like a Todd Gurley situation. I think he has.
But
a
he's
lot
not
more
even getting the
passing
ball
yards.
enough. I
Yeah,
know
well, he was hurt. Let's bring up the stats.
I mean, he has to share carries with Ingram. So I think it's a no doubter. No doubter Kareem Hunt wins the offensive MVP, offensive rookie.
Well, since the Chiefs are C-Brad's favorite team, what do you think?
Oh God. About who thinks gonna win the Rookie of the Year?
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna go with Kamara.
Yeah, Kamara, you're right, though. Kamara was down. He had 728 yards.
That's not even over 1,000, man. You can't give him.
Let's see what his
He had some good games. He had some touchdowns. He had a lot of. Actually, he probably had more touchdowns than Hunt.
826 yards receiving. So that's what it is. He's got 1,500 yards all purpose, whereas Kareem Hunt's 1,300 yards rushing and then receiving was 455. Yeah, I think you got to. If you're looking at stats, you got to give the edge to Kareem Hunt. It's just he had a lot of inflated games. He had 200. He had games that he was close to 200 yards, and then he had games he was close to 20. There was a lack of consistency with Kareem Hunt. I mean, what do you guys think? Kareem Hunt, Alvin Kamara, who wins the Rookie of the Year? Go ahead and put it in the chat. See what you guys think. Who's going to have the early lead? And then if that's the question, then who has better long-term value between Kamara and Hunt? Who would you want to hold on to, card-wise?
Hunt.
Yeah?
Hunt. I think that offense kind of focuses around the running game. It has for a long time in Kansas City with Andy Reid, where the Saints, this is the first time I really noticed that they've ever been balanced. They've usually been a pass-first offense.
Yeah.
So I would go Kareem Hunt.
Well,
I mean, they're both guys who can break off long plays. They have this year, both of them. Kareem Hunt's had some long touchdowns. Alvin Kamara's had some long touchdowns. And, wow, the comparison to...
Yeah, I thought, you know what? LJ Witherspoon from the band Seven Dust, which some of you guys probably never heard of that band, one of our favorite bands. I think there's a little bit of resemblance, maybe like a young LJ. And you know, you could say, hey, Doug, you're basing it on the nose ring thing. Maybe I am. But you know, he kind of looks like it could be maybe like an older brother or a dad. I'm just saying, LJ from 7dust.com. You know,
LJ
from 7dust and 7dust.com, I should say.
LJ, he's not that old. He's not old enough to have like a.
I think he's got to be over 40. So it's very possible that he could have a 21, 22-year-old son.
Huh.
We're getting old, man. Let's face it. I've been an adult for 18 years now, so very easy to do that math in 2018.
Well, Seven Dust has been doing it for like I think they just passed their.
They've been
20th
doing it since we've been adults.
I think they just passed their 20th anniversary. I think the first album came out in 1997.
Yep.
So it's been 20 years, and there's a lot of people who are like Seven Dust. Never heard of them.
Never heard of them.
Never heard of them.
Crickets.
They're one of the hardest working hard rock bands ever.
Yep.
They tour.
Maybe Rackfest. Maybe when we talk to Rackfest.com, that they'll know about Seven Dust. Maybe they can get them on their website because Seven Dust is very unique in selling lyric sheet stuff. They have a very unique way of doing things. But also want to talk about Leonard Fournette. We talked about McCaffrey. We talked about Fournette also being in the playoffs. Rockefeller's own Leonard Fournette signed to Rock Nation Sports, along with Todd Gurley. And Saquon Barkley actually just got signed to Rock Nation Sports as well, coming out of Penn State. They know they're running backs, I guess, apparently. So Leonard Fournette, Jaguars and Bills. That's going to be a big game, man. Who do you think?
Be a fun game.
Who do you think pulls that game out? Do you think the Bills' Lady Luck just carries on, and the Bills' Tyrod Taylor is a savior?
I was like, where is that game being played? Jacksonville, it looks like, right?
Yep.
I think Bills win.
Oh, I think Jacksonville wins.
Yeah.
Yeah. I do think it's a good game though. I think it's within 7 points, and I think it's close the whole game.
Yeah, I think we got a good football game.
But I think the Jags win.
Yeah, I don't like Blake Bortles.
And
I can't stand Blake Bortles. I think he sucks. That defense is phenomenal. That defense is very young. It's also a little immature in the sense that it creates a lot of penalties and stuff, but it's very quick. But Blake Bortles could, as we seen with the Niner game a couple weeks ago, 3 picks. Blake Bortles has been known to Andy Dalton it up. So, I don't know.
I don't think Blake Bortles has been in a playoff game yet, right?
I don't think so.
So we can't really say he's going to choke in the playoffs.
If he hasn't been in the playoffs?
Yeah.
We can only imagine. On Madden.
Maybe
on Madden he chokes.
Maybe we just don't know. Maybe he puts it together in the playoffs. Maybe he just destroys it. But I think if I had to go, I think it's going to be a close game. I would go Jags. I'd also go Titans against the Chiefs. I think Mariota is going to have a hell of a game.
What? I thought you liked Jameis Winston, dude, not Mariota.
We should log these picks in.
If Jameis was in it, he'd be eating that W.
Eating that W.
Eating that W.
Yeah, I think Chiefs over Titans for me. I think Bills over Jags. I think there's going to be a failure at the end of the game for the Jags. I think I'm going Panthers over Saints, and I'm going Falcons over Rams. So, and then Sean McVay will hope that he wish he would have started starters.
Just because. Explain your pick, Falcons over Rams. You're just throwing it out there, or you actually you're thinking it out, or you just hate the Rams so much you're going Falcons.
It's a little bit of hating the Rams. I won't lie.
How can you hate a guy like Cooper Kupp?
He's all right.
He's a good dude.
It's a little bit of I think the momentum stopped. They had a lot of momentum.
The
going into
momentum
that.
stopped. They had their third string players in against
that's
the
what
Niners.
I'm saying.
And
they should have at least started the game off with Goff
but
and Gurley.
they rested their players. If you look what the Rams did to the Giants, and granted it is the Giants after their bye week and they were rested up, they beat the Giants like 51-7 or something like that.
I'm saying it. The Dirty Birds, they have a lot to avenge. They're going to remember what happened. They're a seasoned playoff team.
They're not the Dirty Birds.
Well, I'm calling them the Dirty Birds for the sake of this argument.
Birds.
They may be dirty on the field. They may be just slamming Todd Gurley's head into the ground.
The only argument you would have would be they're the reigning NFC champs.
Yeah.
That you got to knock them off. But they're not the same team. They're not the same team without your boy.
Yeah, I have to pick Falcons just because I picked them beginning of the season.
Yeah, I mean, Shanahan does make a difference. Their offense seems a little bit less complex than it was last year, but you got Julio Jones, you got Matt Ryan. I mean, what's the injury report on Freeman and Coleman? I mean, both those guys are studs. They could 1-2 punch them. Rams running defense is terrible.
No, they give up a lot of yards.
That's not good.
It's a bend don't break though. They don't give up a ton of touchdowns. They just don't. They give up a lot of yards.
So you get them down there by running the ball, and then you throw passes to Julio Jones, who's by far bigger than any of your DBs.
Maybe you should be the offensive coordinator.
I probably could.
Sounds like you got a plan.
I got it. I got a game plan.
Sounds like you know how to beat the Rams.
It may not even be close. Now that I'm thinking about it, it may just it may be like 45-16 or something.
There's
crazy
no
like
way.
That.
There's no way. It'll be a close game. If anybody gets blown out, it's going to be the Falcons.
Dude, I'm looking at this chart. I think the Vikings might make the Super Bowl, dude.
Yeah. The NFC is you could just flip a coin, just random.org.
No, I mean I'm saying like any one of these teams can win the NFC.
Yeah, Case Keenum. Fact of the day, I learned this morning thanks to I forgot who told me in the chat. Case Keenum has a second highest quarterback rating in the league,
and Sam Bradford is off of IR. And there is a possibility he may start that game.
Oh hell no!
And that's true.
You can't do that.
That's
Don't
true.
do that.
It's undecided. I think it's Zimmer. Is like we don't know if Sam Bradford's going to play.
You got to go with Keenum, man. He's been carrying the team the whole season.
Yeah, that's a tough go. You can't throw a guy in.
Okay. Here's what you do. You start Bradford. You figure that he's probably only going to last a quarter or two anyway. Then you throw in Keenum. It's just like how you drew it up. I mean, Teddy Bridgewater may be able to come in. You never know. Teddy B.
Well, I know we've got rackfest.com coming on here shortly. I was gonna get into a whole, but we're getting a little short on time here. I was gonna get into this conversation, which is probably pretty laughable for most at this point in both of their careers, because obviously the man on the right has a lot many more accomplishments. But what KD's been doing this year with the blocks and kind of, really solidifying his game off to possibly another MVP. The conversation has been started. Yeah. The conversation has been started.
KD's showing he's more than just one of the greatest offensive players of all time. He's got the defense to back it up too.
So I'll let you guys, for another show, we'll let you guys talk about, is there a possibility of Kevin Durant being in that elite with Michael Jordan and LeBron James? Is there a possibility? And he's a villain. He's probably the bigger villain than LeBron was on the Heat.
For
He's
sure.
embraced that.
If he wins 5 titles, then we can talk about it. I think he needs to win more titles.
He has to win at least as many as LeBron. I would
And
say.
for you guys that are listening on the podcast, we're talking about the whole debate of, and I think it was started on First Take a couple weeks ago, Kevin Durant versus LeBron James as far as legacy, and who's a better a player as far as a Mount Rushmore type of player. But like I said, we'll talk about that in another episode. As I know, this next topic's going to take a little bit of time because I know we're very passionate about Kobe Eminence is coming out in about a week now, guys. And before I go back there.
What
I'm
was
all
that?
out of sorts.
Okay.
I
was like, what is
I
this?
added this last minute, guys. It's an eBay listing for a 2013 Bowman Chrome, guaranteed Superfractor Auto hotback, guaranteed.
I don't know how. X-ray vision, I guess.
Does Superfractors smell? Is there a certain smell? Go on eBay, type it in, and you'll laugh. This guy also has a lot of other hot packs. I just want to let you guys know this stuff is an absolute scam. So don't ever buy these. It's a resealed
Somebody
pack.
did.
I know.
Sold.
It's a resealed pack where this guy probably bought the cheapest possible Superfractor Auto and put it in there. He has another listing for 2009, and it says Superfractor Auto ? Mike Trout, which I'm like, that's a lie because that's been pulled. So don't ever fall for these hot packs. $150. I don't care what it is. It's a scam. Somebody's heated up these packs, put the card back in there.
We should probably put a segment
but it's
like
comical.
this in every show.
We should. It's funny
Just
stuff.
Just to remind people, like, not to spend their hard-earned money on stuff like this.
Yeah, don't. If you want to give me $150 and I'll give you $70 back, then that'll be about the same kind of transaction you're going to get on eBay with this pack. You'll get maybe even less. $70 probably be doing pretty good. So, but Kobe Eminence. So we're going to talk about Kobe Eminence.
Dun, dun, dun.
The highest that I know of value product per card ever released. So it's got a $13,500 per box price tag. And you can go on blowoutcards.com or some of the online retailers, and they're pre-selling it. So it's due out next Friday. So Kobe Eminence, and you're getting 9 cards. So if you do the math, that is a Kobe card for $1,500 per. So I wanted to open the discussion on that. Is it worth it? Is Kobe's legacy worth a product that's this expensive? And keep in mind, there's no logo mans. This is based around autographs, low-numbered autographs, diamonds, and precious metals. They're guaranteeing a platinum ounce or a gold ounce per box. So you're getting about $1,000 to $1,500 back there, I guess, in true value of metal. But what's your initial thoughts, Dan? We'll start with Dan. We'll go to C-Rad. What's your initial thoughts on Panini releasing this Kobe Eminence product?
My issue with it is they have been pumping out Kobe autos in every product for the last 7-8 years, however long we've been doing it. 7-8 going on 8 years. There's been essentially Kobe autos in every single product, everything from hoops on up to the original Eminence, which was the highest end product that they made before this.
Yeah.
To me, it looks like noir.
Yeah.
It's a real dark black and white with gold ink, with
a really thick card. Looks like a really
thick card,
250+ point card.
And you do know that like the thicker the card stock, the better chance is probably gonna be chipping on it.
Yep.
So that's also something to think about. I don't think you can do this with Kobe. I think Upper Deck has tried to do something similar with Jordan, and and that didn't even do well.
Right.
You may be able to do it with like LeBron if Upper Deck came out with, and they were able to use license, and they were able to use like cab unis and heat unis and stuff like that. I think they could make a $14,000 product of LeBron James, but you can't do it with Kobe.
Yeah, this is my problem with the whole product is if it was $4,000, it'd be great. It's $10,000, almost $10,000 too much. And to what Dan said, to Dan's credit here, is it's exactly it. The Kobe market has been watered down. It's been watered down to the fact that you can't really come out with something like this, and you know, there'd be enough demand for it. And in my opinion, we could be proven wrong. There is a lot of overseas collectors that will pay a lot of money for this stuff. C-Rad, what's your opinion on this Kobe Eminence?
I mean, I pretty much agree with everything you guys said. The only thing is, there's gonna be one card that's worth it in the whole set. That's gonna be the precious metal one, and I think those cards, in my opinion, the precious metal silver, or actually it's just gold and platinum, right?
Yeah.
There's one gold or one platinum Kobe auto per. Well, actually, we don't know if it's auto, right? Or is it just?
We don't know yet. I don't that we know of.
I'm gonna.
It is one.
Autoed.
It is one
Per box.
platinum or
Yeah, right.
gold. It's not one platinum and one gold.
Yes, it's
Right.
one either
So
or.
I'm gonna just assume that they're autographed. Now those cards, I believe, if I had to guess, I think those will probably sell for at least $3 to $4K. Now you're still left over with
Yeah,
eight
it
cards.
says 8 autographs. Find at least 8 Kobe autographs and 1 card with an ounce of gold or platinum. So it doesn't
Okay.
say. It actually makes it sound like there's not going to be an autograph on it.
Okay, I would say with an auto, I'm gonna say $3 to $4K for that card. Collectors will pay that much because I remember when the Eminence first came out, people were paying big money for those cards. If it doesn't have autograph, I would drop it down to about I would say it goes between $500 to $1,000 over what the precious metal gem sells
So
for.
like $2 grand.
two to $2,500. But if it has an auto, I think it's say 3 to 4. But still, you're left over with 8 cards that are not gonna sell anywhere near $1,500. So you're still like, what kind of product is this? Like, what are we doing here?
You know, it smells of a cash grab to me. I mean, honestly, to put it blatantly, I mean, they previewed the product, they solicited it initially, and then a couple weeks later they came out with this, which I was going to go over. So 1 in 6 boxes now have an Eminence memorabilia or an experience. And those experience include, which are pretty cool, attend the 2018 NBA Draft in Chicago as a Panini VIP, attend the 2018 NBA All-Star Game in Charlotte as a Panini VIP, attend the NBA Rookie Photo Shoot in New York as a Panini VIP, attend the 2018 Panini VIP party in Cleveland, Ohio as a Panini VIP, attend a meet and greet interactive experience with Los Angeles Laker great Kobe Bryant. They also have memorabilia examples include a limited edition signed Kobe Eminence embossed Spalding basketball, a limited edition set of Kobe shoes, a limited edition Nike Kobe Bryant Black Mamba retirement jersey, and a signed Kobe Bryant jersey. In addition, they're trying to say the gold is valued at $1,300 and the platinum is valued at $1,500. But so that all came in. That all came out after. So to me, they really didn't. We didn't order any. We don't want. And it's not like we can't sell it as group breakers. We just don't feel like you guys need. It's not the value's not there for it for us to sell it to you guys. And the essence of group breaking is mystique. There is no mystique with this. It's like opening a Kobe pack like we used to in 10 and 11, or 11 or 12 and 13. You're opening all Kobe cards. You can do it once, and then okay, we've seen it. So Kobe's one of the greatest, and I can see the thought process behind making this product. But as far as the price tag is where I think it missed the mark.
I got a question. I mean, Panini and Kobe have had a partnership together for a while. What do you think, just to throw a number out there, what do you think the acquisition to get Kobe's auto is? How much do you think Panini is giving Kobe Bryant for an auto?
$100.
Yeah. Just think about that for a second.
Right.
Think. I mean, and when you said cash grab, I mean, there's no way we're talking $800-900 an auto here, are we?
For some of the designs, maybe.
But I think he's gonna sign a card regardless.
Yeah.
It's the same price if he's signing one of those diamond cards, or if he's signing just another card numbered to 10, it's the same price per autograph.
Right.
Do you guys think Kobe knows how much this product is?
I don't know if that's shared with them. I don't know if
if he asks, they can't lie, right?
I don't know. I don't know how it works. It's the same price if you on the playback. My
From the future.
my thought process was so awesome. We got it again.
Yeah.
We got it.
It's
We
like,
got it on.
it's reverberating.
Got it on replay. It was like, man, that was a really good point. Let's hear it again.
Yeah, and I hope I'm wrong. Just to compare, you can get a BMW 328i for $12,950. That's without even haggling. You might be able to haggle, get them down to 10K.
11,000, yeah.
That's a 2011 BMW. So Kobe Eminence box or a new BMW. Maybe you already got a BMW. I mean, the people that are going to straight up buy the Eminence product, let's not beat around the bush. Or guys that probably have, 5 of these or maybe a Lamborghini sitting in their garage. But, yeah, and I try to compare it to some of the other cards and stuff that were out there as far as in terms of value. So if you go through the next slides here, like Mike Trout Blue Refractor, $14,000, best offer, which is a pivotal card, very hard to get card. Right here, you can get a Kobe Bryant, Michael Jordan enshrinement dual auto from 08-09 Exquisite, number to 25, both on card, both licensed, for $7,000. So you can have $8,000 left to buy maybe a couple flawless briefcases or prism cases or something like that. So you can actually buy a gold piece Kobe in impeccable for $2,000. So you could pretty much almost make your box of Eminence for $14K and get a lot more out of it than you would for buying the Eminence. I know that the whole chase and the one-on-one is cool, but this is the other thing. If you look at on the next slide, you can get a base Kobe auto for $100. So you can get a Prism licensed. It is a sticker. I know it's not on card. You can get a Kobe Bryant Prism auto for $100. So why would you pay $1,500 for the chance? That's all I'm saying.
So I think what would set this product apart is if they had prime game used patches.
Yeah.
If they had chances at a logo man. If they had chances at like Kobe championship tags.
If there was a logo man in every box of this, it'd be no question.
I don't think you can do that though. I think you would have to say there are
one in every 3 cases.
There are there's 3 logo mans. Let's just say there's three logo mans numbered to 3. But you could also use the champ tags.
Yeah.
You could use the Lakers script. You can use a bunch of prime patches there with a big patch window. You could basically do a lot that I think would, if we were told that there was at least 3 patch autos in the case, I think we would have bought it.
There are patches now in the product. They just haven't really shown it.
Yeah, there's patch. I don't know if they're patch autos. There needs to be variety for me. There needs to be what's coming out of the case. Could I get a Ben Simmons? Could I get a LeBron?
Are you
James?
sure about that? Everything I've seen, every preview I've seen has been an on-card auto. I've seen the on-card diamond autos that we just saw. I have not seen anything that has a relic in it. Nothing that has a patch.
There's these giant patches, and it's just a patch, I believe, no auto. I've seen it in one of the previews.
Yeah, I'm trying to look for it myself, but yeah, they're right there in the right there.
Okay,
giant memorabilia swatch.
But non-autoed.
No,
non-autoed. Yeah.
So
okay, well that's.
I think if Upper Deck had the NBA license, they could pull this off with maybe MJ and LeBron together as a high end set like this. Mm-hmm. But Kobe by himself, nah, bro.
Yeah. Well, we're going to get Jim from rackfest.com on here shortly. I did want to tell you guys about MOJO Collection Volume 4 is releasing Friday. If you're not familiar with it, it's our buyback that this is our 4th installment. It's a multi-sport. It's a lot of fun. $49.99 gets you a spot. There's 54 total spots because we've taken baseball teams, basketball teams, and football teams, and we've combined and make slots, and it's a lot of fun. There's everybody you could think of is in there. Ben Simmons, Michael Jordan, Steph Curry, Carson Wentz, Dak Prescott, Mike Trout, Chris Bryant, Lionel Messi, Muhammad Ali. There's ridiculous stuff. Presidential cuts. There's only 20 cases made, and the first case is already kind of selling out. So, guys, jump in on that. We're going to do 5 to 6 cases on release. Going to be a lot of fun, and you can watch our prior videos on this stuff, and we just keep getting better at making this stuff, so be sure to check that out, mojobreak.com, and look up MOJO Collection Volume 4, and yeah, I mean, there's a ton of fun stuff. Joe Montana, Giannis, Ichiro. We've been showing previews in the chat, so during our breaks, you guys can see some of the cards in there as well, so but without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and call Jim from Rackfest, and we're going to talk about rackfest.com. Go to rackfest.com and check out the site. The new autograph with us. It's personal. So let's get Jim on here.
Oh, we're rocking the Skype machine. Oh, it sounds pretty good. I like the ringtone.
Dan and Doug.
What's going on? How you doing?
Hey, Jim. How you doing?
Good. Happy New Year to you both.
Definitely, man. Well, thanks for coming on our show. We're excited to talk about rackfest.com. So we'll go ahead and give you a chance to introduce yourself and tell everybody that's watching and listening about rackfest.com.
My pleasure. I also see I'm coming to you live today from Denver, Colorado, the 303. And I see you have our hometowner, Christian McCaffrey, up on the screen. Whole McCaffrey family is from Denver.
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah, little
all athletes.
The Stanford guy too. So he actually went to school local from where we're at. So I've been rooting for Christian McCaffrey all year. He's a good player, very explosive.
Yeah. His older brother went to Duke. I think he's on the Rams squad or made the Rams squad. Younger brother, sophomore quarterback in Michigan. Father, 2-time Super Bowl winner. But anyhow, that's not what I'm here to. So, again, thanks for having me on. So I'll tell you a little bit about RackFest. We are a first-to-market, one-of-a-kind website platform that allows fans to purchase unique and often exclusive, authenticated, autographed merchandise, memorabilia, and experiences directly from their favorite athletes and other celebrities in a way that's never been done before. RackFest marries, in the digital age, social media, e-commerce, and brand enhancement on one platform. So I was listening to your discussion earlier about, what does Kobe get versus what do they resell it for? What we do is we allow the celebrities to become business owners, and we work on a pure revenue share model. So there's no guessing at what the items will be resold for. They're purchased directly from our athlete and other celebrity clients and fully authenticated.
Nice. And tell us a little bit about your homepage here. We're on it on the slide here, and what consumers can look for on rackfest.com.
So what they can look for is athletes and celebrities across a number of categories, and they can click on their celebrity that they like and find a whole array of different types of, again, merchandise, both digitally and physically autographed merchandise, memorabilia, and experiences from our clients. We're a young company. We're growing fast. And it's a great way for fans to connect directly with their favorite celebrities.
Nice. Yeah, it's a very well done website. And I love the concept. So tell us a little bit about the actually obtaining the autograph and how it's personalized and all that fun stuff.
Okay. So when you purchase merchandise, and again, this is often unique merchandise. It can be photos that aren't, typically out in the public domain. Things like you were talking about, scripts. It can be wardrobe items, game-worn items, trading cards, which we're going to talk about a little later. So you can purchase these items just with or without a personalized autograph. So if you want a personal message about the autograph from your favorite celebrity, when you purchase the item, you merely write in a text box there what you want the athlete or celebrity to write above their signature, and they will write that out. It is limited to 50 characters, but it's a way to draw that personal connection in a way you can't simply do with just, in an autograph that's been done 20,000 times. So it's great for gifts. It's great for personal mementos. It's great for the buyers to share on their social media. So again, a great way to draw that personal connection with your favorite celebrity.
Absolutely. And so, what kind of items? I mean, I guess it depends on the person that you're, like Derek Wolf and stuff like that. What kind of stuff can you are they doing, and what's the kind of stuff's available on rackfest.com?
Okay. Well, I'll break that down. Maybe you want to go down a couple, up a slide or two.
Yeah, if you want to go back to the
product page.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. So on merchandise, I'm going to break this down between digital autographed and physically autographed. And on the digital side, you can purchase stock photos. You can upload your own photo. So let's say you got a photo with your favorite athlete, or you're at a game. You were at a game and you wanted a memento with a family member or a friend. You can upload those photos for their signature with a personalized message, or purchase a stock photo and do the same thing. And you can have those photos placed on a number of physical items, everything from Leaf trading cards, throw blankets, wall art, Converse All-Stars, a whole array of products which we're expanding. And these digital photos with the digital autograph, which are, I'll get into the digital autograph portion, but they're lifelike. It's like the athlete's in the room with you.
That's awesome. So that's like, maybe, you're a huge Whitesnake fan, and, Tawny Katane reminds you, some guys, of their teenage years. And say you run into Tawny Katane outside, you have a big moment, and you take a picture with her. So that'd be an awesome piece to just have a memory for, somebody to have that, was living in that moment at that time.
Exactly. And, you can buy, so let me explain the digital signature. So these are different than, I'll call it the digital trading card market, where it's an app and you're only getting a digital item. These are authentic, one-of-a-kind digital autographs that our clients sign on iPads or similar devices. Each one is individually signed with a personalized message. They're just done with a stylus pen instead of a Sharpie. So they're authenticated through Touch ID technologies. So each of our clients, when they receive their RackFest app, have to register their fingerprint on their device. And when they sign the autograph, to complete the process, they have to put their fingerprint on the on button, and a certificate of authenticity appears in the bottom right of the photograph. So you're assured of getting an authentic photo from your favorite celebrity. And if it is a physical product, then the athlete or other celebrity hand writes out their signature on a physical certificate of authenticity.
Nice. How did just to back up a little bit, how did this idea start? I mean, how did this idea come to fruition for rackfest.com?
So the idea came with, we kind of saw originally a huge beginnings of a market in digital signatures, particularly with younger people who have grown up in the digital age, and as long as the autograph is original, they don't really care if it's done with a Sharpie or done with a stylus pen. So we recognized the market was coming, and that they're generally the global market for collectibles and memorabilia is $370 billion a year. For North American sports, it's about $14 billion, so way less than 1% of the total market. And that's why we're more than just North American athletes. We're any kind of celebrity. And went from the idea of building out the technology for a digital signature application to a full-fledged platform that allows our clients and fans to interact in a number of ways and offer, again, merchandise, memorabilia, and personal experiences.
It would seem like it would be a lot easier for the celebrity or the athlete to, because these guys and gals have busy lives, so this would be something they could take with them on the plane, and it'd be very easy to, fulfill, rather than waiting for 8x10s or cards and things like that.
Very simple for them, and that's a great point. So they can do this in their spare time, from the comfort of their homes, locker rooms, backstage. Whenever they have a few minutes, they just merely log in and fulfill their orders.
Nice.
So gone are the days, well, I won't say gone, but this can supplement the personal appearances they do where, they take maybe a day or two out of their schedules if they have to travel to greet fans for about 2 hours. They might do 100 or 200 fans. And through the RackFest platform, they can reach literally tens of millions of potential buyers.
Yeah. I mean, you actually just came up with the idea, which you probably guys already have. You could have like a Google Hangout or a live YouTube where, it's like almost like having a meet and greet, but it's all done through a digital platform. So they're maybe talking to people in the chat and then signing these digital autographs all at once while they're live, which would be a very cool experience for certain people that like pop stars and athletes that, they could demand quite a following, and you guys could live stream all this and have live viewers and stuff like that.
Great point. It's coming soon.
That'd be awesome.
And to the point, we're also offering other experiences, or our clients are things like Skype calls. So you can schedule a Skype call with your favorite athlete or celebrity, or social media shout outs. So you can write a post that you want your favorite celebrity to post on their social media.
Wow.
Personalized to you. And what a cool experience that is, both for you and to share with your friends and family. To have your favorite celebrity actually do an Instagram, Twitter, or Facebook post directly to you.
Definitely. And what celebrity would you personally love to have a personalized autograph of?
So I would say in the sports field, I'll name two. They're both GOATs. So in male tennis, Roger Federer.
Okay.
Nice. And in MMA, Fedor Emelianenko.
Nice.
And then in non-sports, I'm going to go back in history to Abraham Lincoln.
There you go. Nice.
Awesome.
That's some really good picks. I like Fedor. That was an out of nowhere. I would never thought anybody would say Fedor on our show. I remember watching him. He hasn't fought in a little while, but he was absolutely dominant during his time. So,
He was, and he's back. He's back fighting again, and he fights, I think, within the next month or two, he fights again in the Bellator promotion.
Nice.
And look for him soon on RackFest.
And any kind of interesting stories about any of the celebrities or athletes? And I mean, how do you guys kind of go out and meet these and get them to get on rackfest.com?
So again, we're a young company, so we have been very fortunate, one, to work with a number of partners who work in the sports and entertainment fields, either as managers, agents, or they just happen to know a lot of athletes and entertainers. We do a tremendous amount of cold calling. And, almost uniformly, our prospects love what we're doing because it is a great way for them to make money without, I'll call it, selling their autograph to a reseller. They can now sell something personalized directly to their fans,
Nice.
Keep more of the money, and do it really in a very convenient way that takes very little of their time.
Absolutely. Now, how do you sell people that are, destined on hard signed autographs? What do you say? Obviously people have their own opinions, but what do you say about digital versus hard signed stuff?
Pick which one you like the best, because we offer them both.
Absolutely.
So our celebrities will, take those same photos and physically sign them.
Nice.
And then again, with the digital signature, I don't know if we want to segue into talk about our relationship with Leaf Trading Cards.
Exactly what we were about to do. So, yeah, there's a Rackfest and Leaf Trading Cards exclusive partnership with the Leaf First Edition. And I'm interested to hear about this, as we've had Brian on the show, and we're a big fan of Leaf Trading Card products.
So are we, and we're very fortunate to have partnered with Leaf. So what Leaf and Rackfest are doing together is Leaf has created specific, exclusive trading card frames for Rackfest, where we can put in our athlete and other celebrity photos. And when they're purchased, again, they're individually signed by the celebrity. They're offered in very limited editions, all numbered. We also have a patent on blockchain tracking, so very soon in the future we'll be able to track the complete provenance of a card from when it was first sold to throughout history.
Nice.
If it were ever resold or traded. Again, Leaf is one of the great iconic trading card brands. When I was growing up, it was a household name, and has come back under Scott and continues to grow. But I think Leaf sees the value and the huge growing market in the, I'll call it, authentic hand-signed digital autograph as opposed to the machine reproduced or facsimile autograph. And it's a great partnership. You will only find these Leaf digitally signed trading cards on Rackfest, and the fan has the option to purchase it and print it out on their own on photographic paper or trading card paper, or they can have Rackfest printed out for them on high-quality trading card stock, packaged very nicely and shipped to them.
Nice. Yeah, I like that. That's awesome. And I think in the next few slides here we have some photos of some initial Leaf trading cards with you guys. And when can we find that? Are some of these cards already on your guys' site, or is there some stuff about to be released in the future? When can we look for these Leaf trading cards, the partnership?
So they're live on our site now and for sale. We have about 20 to 25 of our celebrities with cards up now, and that will continue to grow every few days.
Nice. That is awesome. I like you got Joe Warren on the screen there, and then there was some James Krause and some Jeremy Stevens as well. So some UFC guys.
Yep, cool. All three are fighting very soon. Jeremy is heading the card on January, I think it's 19th. He's the main bout on the UFC card in St. Louis. No, I'm sorry, he's not fighting in St. Louis. I forget where he's fighting. James is fighting in St. Louis. Joe, I'm not sure where he's fighting next.
Nice. Very cool stuff. And where can we find, and the next slide we have your social media stuff, but where can, tell all of our listeners where we can find you guys and where we can get the latest info.
Okay, so you can find us at rackfest.com. That's RACKFEST.com. On Instagram, on Instagram and Facebook, it's simply at Rackfest. And on Twitter, it's at Rackfest app.
Definitely. And we'll link that in the show notes for everybody listening on iTunes, so there'll be nice clickable links for you guys to get on and surf and find some really cool stuff. I mean, there's some it's really kind of pushing the envelope and going into the future of these autographs and digital autographs and personalization and being what's really cool is the experience that you can have with your favorite athlete that really you can't have from buying boxes of cards and stuff like that. So.
Yep, and it's a different experience. It's a different collecting experience, and it's a huge market, and we welcome everyone.
Yeah, I mean, just even think about what I was just, coming up with is, one of your friends is a big fan of, like I said, Tawny Katana or Derek Wolf, and you could send him a Christmas gift of something that, like, maybe a saying, right? A saying that only you and your friend know, and you can have him write it out, and then it's a very cool, unique Christmas gift.
It is indeed.
Absolutely. Well, we'd like to thank you, Jim, for coming on, and we'll definitely be talking more about your site in the future when there's new stuff going on, and we appreciate you coming on and showing us some love.
I appreciate it, gentlemen. And again, Happy New Year and thanks for having me.
Happy New Year. Take care, Jim.
Take care, man.
Bye.
All right, very cool. So we don't have, as you guys can see, we don't
It's
have
the great Klay Thompson.
We don't have a whole lot of guests on the show, so I was glad to have some guests. And just you always hear our voices, so we got somebody new to talk to. So we plan on doing that a little bit more in the future. And what was the Klay Thompson reference?
Ed thought there was a Conrad bobblehead behind me.
Oh. Klay Thompson, Conrad.
They do call him China Clay.
Well, we're 15 minutes to the first break today, guys. That was a cool interview. Very, very interesting as our hobby pushes to digital. I mean, we've had Topps and Panini doing digital stuff. This kind of, with rackfest.com, it's more of a personalization thing, which I think is it's really cool. Right now, you really can't think of you guys out there are talking about the hard signed autographs, but the actual, like, the meaningful thing, if you really are a huge fan of this person or this athlete, to be able to get something that's personalized like that is very, very unique and very priceless in a sense. If I could have, like we just said, LJ or something, or Kobe Dick from Papa Roach, write something, we both share the same birthday, write something, unique. That'd be very cool for me. So it's a very, very, very cool thing. And rackfest.com is the website. But wanted to get into 2017 Hobby Awards, and you guys can share your opinion in the chat. I wanna hear from you guys, because obviously we're breakers, so we have our opinions a little bit more skewed. So all opinions are welcomed. We're gonna go through the major sports. I went with best MLB product, and I went with 2017 Topps Definitive.
Oh, good choice.
Low hanging fruit right there.
A little bit low hanging fruit. I mean, what do you guys think, C-Rad? What's your take on Definitive?
Absolutely beautiful product. There's always gonna be folks who, obviously it's a very high end product, so it's quite expensive, but just the design wise it's the best baseball product out this year. Yeah. Or last year.
I gotta just devil's advocate real quick. If Diamond was the same price as Definitive, with the same content that you're getting, would Definitive still be your favorite? If let's say Diamond Icons was the same price point.
Which one was Diamond Icons?
It was the one with the white, the really nice white box.
$1,400 a box, right?
Yeah. So we're talking a lot more. But
no,
you'd still go Definitive?
Definitive.
See,
yeah, because of the patches. The patches blew it away.
If Diamond Icons was closer to the Definitive price point and you're getting the same content, you got to remember how many Trouts you were pulling, Chris Bryant's that you're pulling out of Diamond Icons.
That's true.
I think I would go Diamond Icons, but I feel Diamond Icons where it missed, it was just a little high priced.
Bland.
Little high priced and bland. It kind of,
It was bland. I mean, the patches were lame. The patches were like Series 1 patches. And when you put out a high end product, I feel like you have to have prime patches.
So they should have just not put the patches in there, because it was a remember you'd get like a single color relic in a box.
Even the one-on-ones, yeah.
So what was the point of putting that extra card in there? Was it in order to make X amount of extra cases?
Probably. Yeah, if you do the math, you make more money on those, right? I mean, they had the WBC relics. We bounced back into Diamond Icons. I think, just Definitive with the nasty patches, the framed cards. Yeah, it was exactly pretty much the same as football, but moving into baseball, it just, I don't know, it was just so good. I mean, there was some cases that were just unbelievable. And you didn't really get that with Diamond Icons or any of the other high-end offerings throughout the year. So, and then I went with affordable MLB, because not everybody has $800 a box. Here's some pictures of Definitive on the screen.
Woo.
They had some
Swag.
nice. Yeah,
is that Marte? Is that a nice patch?
I know. Does that count as a nice patch? We're looking at a full pirate face on Starling Marte.
Woo.
Chris Bryant, Mike Trout 101. But as far as affordable, I went with Topps Inception. I thought they did a good job. We were all clowning on it because they didn't do Bowman Inception this year. They switched it to Topps. Yeah, it had a little bit of love having the Aaron Judge hype happening right when it came out, but Topps Inception, I think, hit the mark for a $50, $60 retail box. Did a good job. I mean, you're only getting one hit, but the hits were good. I mean, you see this Trey Turner on the screen, full Nationals book. I mean, they had all the main guys in it, plus the rookie class helped. So what do you guys, on an affordable level, what do you guys think for baseball was good this year?
I saw Tier 1 in the YouTube chat.
Yeah, I would go
Tier 1, yeah.
Clearly Authentic.
Clearly Authentic was pretty
Clearly
decent.
Authentic for the price point. I know it's one slabbed, but they had the rookie reprints on acetate, which secondary value was doing really well, and I thought it was a really, really cool, like, added feature to that line.
Yeah.
So I'd go Clearly Authentic.
Well, and I saw something in the chat. I wanted to back up to the Rack Fest thing. Basically, how they were doing the digital autographs, and we should have had a slide, is every single unique autograph was like this. So say I'm Derek Wolf, and you're like, I want an autograph. He's going like this. So he's physically signing something every time, but it's transferred digitally. So he's in like Texas, and you're in California, whatever.
Yeah, and plus, you know, he mentioned it. The trend is going towards, like, obviously our hobby is very, it's old school, right? Yeah. But the trend is that things are going digital, so they're kind of looking towards the future, and it does make sense, like what you were talking about earlier with the personalization. So yeah,
absolutely. So yeah, I just wanted to clarify because VG was asking the best NFL product. I know this is kind of laughable, but 2016 Panini Honors.
Oh, this is by far the best product.
By far the best product. By far. And I'm looking at it in terms of value. I know they recycled cards, but the value, and we got another case break going down on Friday, the value that Panini Honors delivered case-by-case basis was unmatchable to any other product.
Yeah.
And it actually gave us one of the funniest scammer videos in the history of group breaking.
Yep, we're going to get to that too.
Oh, okay. But I would actually agree. Honors, after the replay fiasco, nobody had faith in Honors. We did. We represented Honors well,
like dummies.
And
we went hard.
And it was probably the funnest product I've had to open.
Is funnest a word?
Funnest. It's not funner. It's funner. I'm pretty sure funnest.
The funnest.
It's the funnest. It's the funnerest.
The most fun.
The most funnest.
No, I've been told funner was a word that I used a lot.
Funner is not a word.
I know. And funnest is not.
Funnest is not a word?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, funnest should be a word.
Funnest. Taking my funnest away.
It was the most fun I've ever had opening up a product in 8 years. The variety was insane.
It was. Yeah, you never knew. I mean, it was like Forrest Gump box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get. I mean, we're revisiting it because there's a lot of Jimmy G in there. I was telling C-Rad, so I'm like, we're going to buy more of this stuff, which is surprisingly still available. I have no idea why. But, I mean, that case that C-Rad did on Saturday had John Elway 101 Peyton Manning 101 and Tim Tebow 101. I mean, it was insane. Plus, you have last year's rookie class with Carson Wentz.
I think there was a Carson Wentz auto in there.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's 20 hits. I mean, group breaks are on $65. I mean, it's really sad for me to say that a recycled product is their best product of the calendar year. Some may say, why are you doing 2016? Well, I'm taking the releases that came out in 2016.
But they also had the originals as well.
Yeah.
The originals were in there. I mean, there was just some really, really, really good stuff in that product. Doesn't get enough love, but props to Panini on that.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely.
They did it. But you know what? If Honors would have come out before replay, I mean, I think the replay fiasco definitely affected the pre-order numbers on Honors. Mm-hmm. Nobody had faith. Nobody had faith that it can be done properly.
Right.
And they kind of went above and beyond and over-delivered on it.
Let's before we get into the next slide, best NBA product, C-Rad. Best NBA product of the year. I have a slide already for it, but
and this is only 16-17, right?
It's
everything that came out last year. Right?
Everything that came out in the year of 2017. So you do have 16-17 products, and then you have some 17-18 products.
Oh boy, there's an obvious choice. I see the slide.
Yeah,
but I'm gonna go. You know what? It's close. Best product was and I'm a basketball guy. 16, 17 flawless
Okay.
because of the Simmons chase.
Gotcha. It was good. I mean, and they actually did well with not having it rookie focused, knowing that the rookie class beyond Simmons and Brown and a couple of the other guys was bad. So they actually did a good job of not making too many rookies in there.
Man, you look at the 16, 17 and just all basketball last year. It was a rough year for basketball.
It was really bad.
It was a rough year.
It was really bad. But I put Prism 17, 18. I know it's a little bit on the newer side of things, but the chase, the value, everything. And I know it helps that we have the rookie class that we have, but it's up to what, $300 a retail a box now from a normal $120 box. That just speaks to how well the product is performing. So I think I have to give it to Prism.
17, 18 draft contenders was good too. Mm-hmm. That was a fun rip. You're getting a lot of value there. You're getting a lot of Lonzo, a lot of Jason Tatum.
Go to the next slide. It's best NBA surprise product is what I put because I thought the same thing. I'm thinking the same thing. We didn't think it was going to be great and come out, and you've got Cracked Ice selling for $1,700, Alonzo and stuff like that. I think they did a great job with that too. So they were on the right track.
There's some products that weren't bad though. Like Noir wasn't bad. Impeccable wasn't bad. That was a fun rip.
Oh yeah. How did I forget?
There was
if it was a better rookie class, I would say Impeccable.
You love Impeccable.
Yeah.
Like that's your jam.
That's my jam.
I figured
across any sports.
I figured you were gonna go. It doesnle's matter the rookie class. Impeccable's beautiful.
I had to factor that in. It was a rough year for basketball.
17, 18 Court Kings at the price point. Good product.
Yeah, pretty good. I would, you know what, 16, 17 flawless is up there, but yeah, I would agree. Probably Prism is the best product this last year.
Yeah, it was hard for me to make a decision, and I didn't want to pick something that just came out because that's like we said earlier, low hanging fruit. But I really can't think of anything that's in the league of the Prism, until something else comes out.
Nothing was as hyped as Prism was.
Absolutes look good. We haven't opened up a ton of it, but Absolute looks pretty good.
Oh yeah, that barely counts as last year, huh?
I know.
Absolutely,
just made it on the day, on the
cutoff. All right, let's go with some bad eggs, some crap products. There was a lot of them. We could actually spend a whole episode talking about shitty products, but I went ahead and pointed out a few. I wanted to start with Studio Basketball, an absolute abomination of a price point of a product with only 2 hits. The box itself was stupid, even though that Curry was on there. As you can see here at the blowout special price, $94 was retail. It's down to $50 a box.
Isn't that how they pack out Absolute too, though?
Kind of, yeah. But at least there's more hits in that one.
That's the worst.
It's one of them.
It's hard to. There's a lot of them. It's hard to quantify. I mean, you can go see one of the images of Studio.
Well,
I think blowout
they only have 38 boxes left at that price.
Oh, only.
You know what saved Studio though? Those downtown inserts are beautiful.
They are kind of cool, but yeah.
To me, it's a top 5 design for 16-17. Those downtown inserts.
That's a Wade Baldwin for $395, but gonna need a best offer on that one because I don't know if it's gonna move at that price.
2017 Topps High Tech Baseball, absolute crap at the price point, the new price point. They doubled the price point, added an extra autograph. Most of the public didn't know why breakers were charging double, didn't know why retail boxes were double. Guess what? It's gonna be back down to regular price. At that point, it's a good buy, but the reason it's a bad egg was its price point. It was not justified.
I don't think the configuration last year was bad.
Yeah.
Like, why?
Tech configuration has never been bad. It is
why,
what it is, right?
Why put in 40 cards? Why put in 2 autos, double the price? It was kind of insane. And then I think that was one of the products that was pushed back multiple times.
Mm-hmm.
And allocations were cut, both that and you came out with Bowman Tech.
Mm-hmm.
Bowman Tech was a little bit better value, but it was all prospects. But they came out within like a couple weeks of each other.
A week after each other.
It was just a weird and wacky fourth quarter for releases in general.
Deja vu.
Yeah.
It was getting nuts. Oh, it's certified cuts.
Certified
best
cuts.
product ever.
Sucks.
That Pat Tillman auto, I don't think it's been pulled yet.
I think it's in there.
I don't know if any.
I don't think it exists.
No, it does. It does. Pat Tillman. But
tell us what you don't like about certified cuts.
What I don't like about it, the price point. Thought the price point was, it should have been the same price point as certified football. $77, $80, $88, something like that.
Retail, right?
Yeah.
Retail.
But
How much was this joint again?
This
when it
was
came out?
this was like I think
150 or something, right?
Yeah.
I think it was 150 retail.
Crazy, dude.
It was. It didn't deliver a lot of single color relics. A lot of I get it. They had some cut autos in there, but a lot of the cut autos were numbered to like 50. There was like some ridiculous numbers on some cut autos. There was some big chases. There was that Pat Tillman auto that may still be out there. I think people kind of stopped opening up this product.
134 is what it came
Well, how
out
much does it cost now? Maybe people start opening it now.
at. 88 on blowout.
It's
That's
not
still too much,
It's
bro.
not.
Too much.
It needs to be. It's
50.
It's $70.
50.
$70.
Once it's
You,
So
pay,
if it-
you pay me to open it.
If it was a great rookie class, everybody would have been eating this stuff up.
Well, not even that.
They didn't even put
but-
enough
but
the
rookies
rookie
in here.
design
But
was
the
terrible.
rookie design was bad with like the cut signature off of a check, kind of,
Yeah, and then
and then the tiniest prime,
the pinky
the tiniest prime relic I've seen since, was it 2012 Prime
or 13
or
around
13
there.
Prime,
Yeah,
where it had like the tiniest relic window, but it was prime.
yeah. And they made like 75 million cards out of it because
And
it's so small.
it was, I think the relics were numbered in prime. I think they were numbered to like almost 1,000 or 1,350 or something like that. It was insane.
yeah.
But yeah, probably I would say the worst football product by far. Maybe the worst product in 2017. Certified cuts.
Certified cuts, really?
Yep. Winner. Congratulations, Certified Cuts. Yeah, I don't know what they were thinking. It needed to be a lot cheaper of a box. What else, guys? What other products meet the suck egg of the year for 2017? Baseball was pretty good. It was hard to pick out a baseball product that really sucked. Football,
There was too many archives releases.
There was.
I think we could have gone one. Was there a postseason edition? There was archives, regular edition.
Snapshot.
And then there was Snapshot.
then there was Snapshot.
4 different ones.
You know what?
That's what they're saying in the chat, too.
I'm,
Between the Tops High Tech, Bowman High Tech, Archives, there was so many. Which one are you getting? I don't even know which one I'm buying.
I'm going through the list.
That's
right.
that's what happens when the early season has so much hype to it.
Yeah.
That I think they were just like, we need to make sure we capitalize on this and make more products. If you look back, I'm pretty sure there was more baseball releases in 2017 than there were in 2016. Safe to say that is the case.
Yeah, I'm
I-
actually going through the list. Certified cuts should be the most. But what do you guys feel about that? This is another. I feel like it was a bad one. Pantheon.
Yeah, it was too high price. Right now, I think you can get cases for like $900,000.
It's half off.
Yeah.
Half off.
Yeah, I actually was thinking about ordering one case because there is some vets and legends in there at the price point it's at now. I was thinking, like, wow, that's actually not a bad value.
We
But
actually-
yes, at the price point, it's
Yeah,
terrible.
We didn't do too much of it, but I remember there was probably too many single color jerseys.
Yeah.
For that price point.
Now, Jeff said he thinks that all products equally sucked for baseball. Well, that's just what trolls say, I think. I don't know.
Oh,
I'm kidding.
Nobody's
No,
trolling.
you're right about rarity though. Because it was a good year and it was all set up by Judge. They basically made things higher priced. They made us all, even us, made it harder to get things. So I agree with you there. They cashed in on a amazing rookie class and they made a lot. You know what? It was more apparent at the end of the year than it was in the middle of the year. So I think the taste in your mouth and our mouth right now is a little bit on the saltier side. But July and prior to July, everything was popping and Judge prices were high and people were having fun and. But I think it just got kind of watered down towards the end of the year.
It
Towards
was
the end, for sure.
It was towards the end. It was exhausting and very very obvious what was happening.
Yeah.
It was obvious. Actually, and if you look, Panini did not really do that. Panini, I don't think, released any more baseball products than they usually do.
No.
There was Chronicles that came out, which they didn't release before, but I think that just replaced something else the previous year, the previous years. because I was looking through 17 baseball releases for Panini. I think there was only 8 or 9 releases.
Yeah, I think so.
There really wasn't that
Wasn't
many.
too many. But they back to Panini sucking. The collegiate flawless football might be one of the worst flawlesses ever made.
Well, I mean, unless you like Troy Smith.
And Gary Beeben and
Justin Bieber?
Colt McCoy.
Colt McCoy.
But we
Colt
actually
McCoy
just,
actually sells for a lot more than you would think.
if you want to go back to the biggest innovation, and we didn't get a chance to talk about this, and I don't know what the biggest innovation was. That's why I put chime in. Do you guys have any ideas of the biggest sports card innovation of 2017? And does anybody have any idea in the chat? Flattering that you guys said the hype, but that definitely wasn't that great of an innovation. But we'll take it. But any other ideas of just card design or stuff that was innovative?
Well, 2016 it was Tier 1 that came out with the authentication hologram on the relics.
Yep.
They basically released more products with that in it.
Mm-hmm.
So, but that was a good innovation for 2016.
Yeah.
Kind of carried its way into 2017.
Yeah.
Man, besides that, it was just year regular for innovation.
It was. I mean, there's so much you can do on a 3x5 area. That's, what I'm saying, there's just so many things. There's so few. Run out of ideas, I guess. But yeah, I was trying to think. I mean, innovation. What did we have? I mean, group breaking wise, was there any innovation in group breaking? I mean, EPAC kind of came in a little bit more. I mean, that was more last year too.
EPAC was 16.
Yeah.
First off,
I think
line.
first off the line, biggest innovation.
I guess I could say it. You could see that. I don't know if it is an innovation. Yeah, that's something new. Definitely Panini selling direct to the consumer.
Yeah, and there was the whole Prism basketball. So much traffic just shut down the website.
Hopefully, they're innovating their website servers for the next time they release a Prism type release for their website.
That was fun. That was a fun day.
It was. First off the line was definitely fire. Well, think about that, guys. That's why I put a question mark, because I was like, I can't really think of one right now. So, but biggest controversy of this last year was, of course.
That's a good point. Michael, was Panini XR football. New release, first year they did it. It went over well. Those cases broke well.
XR is definitely an underrated product.
Yeah.
For 2016 or 2017.
Yep, I think we can agree on that one. Dak Auto Pen Gates.
Woo!
If you are new to the hobby or didn't pay attention several months ago, there was cards that were discovered, predominantly in Prism, that are auto-penned. And the story gets even better by thinking that Tony Romo auto-penned his Cowboy stuff that was handed down from Troy Aikman, and then Tony Romo handed it down to Dak. But nonetheless, there was some Prism cards that were proven to be faked, and we have one. I don't know how much that's worth now, but that is a auto pen, and you can kind of see, Dan, you can go in a little bit closer there. You can see predominantly on that 4 there where there's some dots. So that's when the auto pen machine starts and stops. It's not a fluid motion like handwritten signatures. So these cards were out in the market. They were actually redemptions that were sent to people, and a few collectors basically had more than one, and they put them all together, and you could definitely see what happened. So the controversy took about a week and a half before Panini released a statement. So the collector and world was all up in arms, and everybody was calling Panini names and stuff like that. And the end result was they struck a deal with Dak, and he has his own hologram now, and we're all supposed to be happy again. But a lot of this stuff probably does go down, but this was definitely the biggest controversy. And this stuff's probably happened, like I said, happened over the years, but now in the days of news and media, we're hearing about this stuff. I mean, there was Florida Georgia line had an issue that looks like they were auto-penned. There's been a few auto-pen scenarios that people are trying to say, hey, these guys use auto-pen. Busy athletes that make $20 million endorsements on like Adidas deals like Dak doesn't necessarily maybe have time to sign $10 cards. So that was the solution there. And people are saying that it could be from Tony Romo. It was passed down through the Cowboy locker room, and Dak was using them. So
good job.
Did Brandon Whedon use it too? Because he was there around the same time.
I know he should have, man. He should have capitalized.
Well, I mean, I know everybody.
Maybe the whole
Every-
Cowboys
every-
squad, dude.
Everybody's wanting some Brandon Whedon autos.
Yep.
I don't know. We bought this about maybe
Right when the news broke.
8 months ago, maybe, and never checked to see what it goes for. We have no.
I would think there's less of those on the market. I would think that would be more of a collectible. Would be the fake one. So, DNT Sports. We were just talking about the Brandon Cooks to 99. There was scams in the group break world going down in 2017, and the most famous one was the Brandon Cooks to 99, the switching out of cards live on camera. I'll let you guys watch the video yourself. You can YouTube DNT Sports Cards. If you haven't seen this, it's pretty hilarious on how blatant this guy removes a card from an honors box and replaces it with another card in his collection. Very funny video. Gets called out, pretty much disappears, gone forever. There was a few of these stories, but none bigger than the DNT Sports. So, yeah, it was pretty hilarious. You can actually see, if you're watching live, you can see him.
Oh wait, I missed the part.
Did you back it up? The hand motion right there. Oh, right underneath the box. Oh, you don't see it anymore. See right. Oh, boop, 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 boop.
Hey,
Oh,
what
yep.
happened to the second card?
Yeah. Little sleight of hand there, but not slight enough to be smooth enough to get away with it. So that's the beauty of our industry, is that you can't get away with stuff. You're gonna get called out if you're doing things on camera. You're gonna get found out eventually. So, but this was a huge scam. This was a huge
Brandon
scam.
Cooks to 99 like 10 times. Right?
Yeah, he said Brandon Cooks to 99, which became popular. Somebody made a shirt about it, wore it around the National. This stuff was hot for 2 months.
He covered it with the box.
Yeah, I like how he moves the box over just to cover the cards up.
And then in the background, you can hear him shuffling cards.
Yep,
while he's doing
magnetics. Yep. So biggest controversy that goes right up there with Dak. I think second to the Dak auto pen
And then
situation.
The top card ends up being a Kerry Collins.
Yeah, Mr. Kerry Collins, right? Mr. Kerry Collins.
99.
Yep. So DNT. That was funny. I wonder what that guy's doing now. He's probably changed his name. Yep, that's where our bounty came from, Aaron. Forecasting 2018. What do you guys think? I'm thinking baseball's going to be hot just like it was in 2017, and then obviously basketball, huge.
Yeah, we're gonna see record prices for teams, and final sales on eBay for this rookie class for National Treasures. You guys are gonna be blown away by the prices you see this year from National Treasures basketball.
What are you, Lonzo, RPA? What are you thinking? I know we talked about this before.
Starting 5'6", probably.
5 or 6. How about Tatum?
Tatum probably higher, 6, 7.
So we could potentially see we potentially in 2000. We're talking about 17, 18, and NT National Treasures NBA. There's a potential of 5 or 6 guys that are going to be $5,000 RPAs.
Yeah, easy.
That's crazy. That's never happened before, I don't think.
Never.
I think we had 3 with Towns, Porzingis, Booker.
D'Lo was kind of up there during that year.
Yeah, I mean, you got Donovan Mitchell, you got Jason Tatum, you got Lonzo Ball, you got Kyle Kuzma. And there's still guys emerging. John Collins can start playing better again. I mean, he's on the Hawks, but there's Frank Ntilikina, is doing well. Laurie Markkinen. I mean, there's gonna National Treasures. They're not gonna give us any. They're gonna make us, buy us 175 cases of hoops to get 1 case of National Treasures.
But we did buy 150,000 cases of hoops.
I know we did.
I could show everybody our Donruss basketball wall that we have over here.
You guys
Anybody want to rip Donruss?
We got a fort over here with sealed cases, just hanging out if anybody wants it.
And then we got Shohei Ohtani for baseball, which could be huge. Darvish was huge. I think Ohtani has the potential to be even bigger than Darvish was when Darvish came out in 2012, I think.
Darvish is 2012.
2012 Bowman. I remember kitchen table.
Feels like yesterday we pulled a
blue and a gold in the same
blue and a
case.
gold in the same case.
Yeah, it was nuts.
And I think that's where
I think the guy got like 3 or 4K for both those cards.
Yeah, I think that's where I started the got Darvish.
Yeah.
And I don't know why that's stuck.
Now, a lot of people are down on the football class, and I actually think that this next year's football class could be better than this year's, because I think Baker Mayfield, love him or hate him, I know he's totally loud, obnoxious. He's a personality that people want to see. You got Saquon Barkley, who's an extreme talent. You got Rosenberg. I mean, you got a lot of
Rosen.
guys. Rosen, whatever. Same thing.
Chosen Rosen.
Chosen Rosen. And Darnold, is Darnold coming out?
Depends.
So
who's pick? Who's
and Bryce Love.
Who,
yeah, I
who
mean,
are the
Browns.
Who are the Browns getting?
The Brown. They're trying to figure out who they're going with.
I think all the quarterbacks are probably like, hey, Hugh Jackson. Don't they? I think they have the 1st and 4th pick.
They do.
So they're going quarterback.
Well, that's
and what does that say about Kaiser?
Yeah.
Kaiser really didn't have that bad of a rookie season.
He
didn't
just
have a
coughed it
chance.
up in the red zone every single time.
didn't
He,
have
Well,
like,
yeah, if he
could
had
not take
if he
care of
had
the football.
if he had Josh Gordon all year, he probably would have they may have won 2 games.
Yeah. Yeah. How many we got left in that break?
We still got 10.
We got 10 left.
I'm
Okay.
gonna do a final discount right now.
All right, final discount for the MLB guys coming up. The MLB mixer.
So who do the Browns get? Do the Browns don't go 2 quarterbacks, do they?
I think
What if they were to go 1st and 4th and they just get 2? They're all we can't strike out on all of them, can we?
Well, I was going to say, forecasting for 2018, you almost don't want any of those guys to go to the Browns because you got the Giants in there. The Bears aren't going to go with the quarterback, right? They got Trubisky, but the Giants are probably going to go to quarterback. So you want like a Mayfield or a Darnold or something to go to the Giants, not the Browns.
Well, you got it. The Jets are probably going to quarterback, right? Jets didn't have that good of a year. They're in the top 10, I think. So they're going to go quarterback. Browns are probably going to go quarterback with one of their 4 picks. Maybe the Bills try to trade up, and
Just have a backup kind of situation.
I'd like a main guy. I don't think they love Tyrod Taylor and Nathan Peterman.
Tyrod Taylor is really good, man.
But it doesn't seem like they have a lot of faith in Buffalo with him.
Well, I know they did pull.
I mean,
him.
if he wins a playoff game, and that completely changes.
It does, yeah.
Yeah, that does warn me about the Bills when we were talking about earlier about our picks. It worries me that they pulled him in the middle of the season with really no just cause. Really, he had maybe a couple of bad games, one bad game, and they had to go back to him, and he's proved why he should have just stayed their quarterback the entire time.
Yep.
Denver Broncos.
Yep.
They probably need a quarterback. So you may see 5 quarterbacks taken in the first round.
Could. You almost hope that Cleveland, and I'm sorry, Browns fans, you almost hope that they go offensive lineman and like a defensive lineman, so that it doesn't affect the hobby.
I don't think they'll go offensive line in the 1st or 4th. If they do that, they're probably going to trade both those picks out.
Yeah.
And I mean, maybe they package the 1st and 4th for just a shit ton of 1st-round picks in the next 3 years.
True. Could. Yeah, so it'll be interesting. QB's on the rise. You guys know where I'm going with this. Obviously, Jimmy G. Fever's around here. The guy hasn't lost a football game yet.
He's gonna go undefeated next year, right?
He's gonna, hey, it's if he keeps the same record going on. Yeah, I mean, undefeated, Super Bowl. Patriot fans are gonna cry. They wish they had Jimmy G. I even heard rumblings that Bill Belichick wanted to move on, and who knows if this is true or not. Wanted to move on from Brady and keep Garoppolo, and Robert Kraft was the one to say we don't move from Brady.
Brady plays until he's 50.
Right. So it's gonna really suck for the Patriots if they don't have somebody after Brady.
I actually got a question since we're talking about Brady. When does Brady call it quits?
When his game starts losing, he's not leading the league anymore.
In Belichick's offense, will that ever happen?
Yeah,
I know he threw more interceptions this year than he usually does, but he had an MVP caliber season at 40 years old.
Yeah.
When does Tom Brady lose a step and decide I'm
42.
done?
Yeah. 45.
I think he can do it until 45. I do.
Isn't there an article that came out when Peyton Manning was near retiring, and they were like, these quarterbacks always in the history of the game always drop off sharply after this age, and it wasn't 40 years old.
But Manning had neck surgeries.
Right. But I mean,
Brady's game isn't based on athleticism. It's based on finesse. It's based on intelligence. I mean, he needs to make long passes sometimes, but
he doesn't
he's a scrambler.
Doesn't really get hit.
Yeah, he knows when to go down.
He doesn't. I mean, I can see him play until 45. I think he actually made a comment that he wants to play until 50.
Well, I think that they're a package deal at this point. I think Belichick retires when Brady retires. Rides off into the sunset.
So if Brady can play until he's
God damn,
60 years old.
Yep. No, I mean, if you're
Belichick's 85, and
let's just say Belichick. Let's just say they win another Super Bowl. They get 6 together. Do you let go of Brady and do a rebuild process?
I think both the mindset. I think with Kraft and Brady and Belichick, as long as they're winning, then nothing will change.
Yeah.
The Patriots would have to go like 6-10 one year for any talk to happen.
Yeah. And that's a good point, Jeff. Favre was still great when he retired. He was still making plays. I mean, he probably wanted to play, but his agent was like, dude, come on.
There was
Wranglers calling.
I remember when Favre retired, one of the Rams quarterbacks got hurt. It may have been Sam Bradford. And they were in conversation of bringing Favre out of retirement.
Mm-hmm.
And I think he had been retired for a year and a half or 2 years or something like that. And he could probably go out there and still play.
Yeah, I think he probably could.
I think he also took more of a beating than Tom Brady. Tom Brady, for as long as he's played, I don't know if there's ever been a quarterback in history that has been basically sacked less than Tom Brady.
Yeah, he had a few seasons like the Matt Castle season where he got his leg broke.
Yeah, because somebody rolled up on him. I think
rolled up on him.
It wasn't because he had no offensive line. It's not.
Well, I mean, to get into a deeper conversation, there's a lot of news about Ted Ginn being able to have the fountain of youth. And the talk about him is if he used to be called a pussy because he would just go out of bounds, but he doesn't get hurt because he doesn't take hits. So that's probably if you're a football player, I mean, obviously you're running back, you're going to take hits, but you're a quarterback or a receiver, let's not take some hits. Let's get out of bounds. Let's slide. Let's get out of the way. You're going to play a little. If you love the game, you're going to play longer that way.
Look at Isaac Bruce back in the day, and he actually he taught Torrey Holt the same thing. The Rams, he would go over the middle, he'd catch the ball, and he would literally just dive down on the ground.
Yeah, and Jerry Rice wouldn't really take hits.
Jerry Rice would do the same thing for the most part. And Jerry Rice and Isaac Bruce worked out together. I'm pretty sure they had conversations where they're like, "Well, what's the point of getting hit?
Yeah,
just go down.
Just go down." And if you're watching if you're listening on the podcast, Jimmy G's cards have skyrocketed. A recent cracked ice Contenders 9/5/10 sold for $1,600, and a number to 5 NT black RPA with a really nice patch sold for $3,000.
Is it too late to jump off the train or jump on the train?
I think it is. Well, I don't know. I mean, there's going to be some off season where his stuff's going to dip a little bit. So there may be a chance to buy some of his stuff. Problem is he's in a Patriots uniform. So we'll see how that translates to Niner fans. I don't really want one with him in a Patriots uni. But then again, if I buy one with him in the Niners uni, it's not a rookie card. So it's a tough call.
You have to get one.
I know. And I was going to talk about Patrick Mahomes as another QB on the rise to look for in the following season. I don't think Alex Smith's coming back. Patty Mahomes.
Coming back? Alex Smith, they just won a division.
I mean, I don't think he's coming back next year.
No, they just won a division. Why would you like?
All
Alex Smith does is win football games.
Patrick Mahomes, baby.
All I do is win.
I mean, everybody says that every year about Alex Smith. They're like, oh, he's done. He's out of here.
I don't think we can listen to Doug about
goes
Alex
back,
Smith,
wins a division, has a good year.
Yeah, I don't know much about the AFC West. I'm pretty bad at predicting that. But yeah, 284 yards, and sorry, we're watching an ad there. 284 yards, 76 rating in his debut. So
meaningful.
He's
game.
the future.
Meaningful football.
He is the future. He's not. Alex Smith's probably going to be ousted in first round. Maybe second round, and the Chiefs are going to realize it's going to take somebody that's athletic to win games. So stock up on Patty Mahomes. I think he's the real deal, in my opinion.
How about Trubisky?
What do you think about Trubisky?
Mr. Biscuit.
I think they need so they got rid of John Fox, I think, right? John Fox was fired.
Mm-hmm.
They need to rebuild that team. I mean, they got some key players. They got Jordan Howard. They got that Tariq Cohen. They need some receivers. They need some good young receivers that will stay healthy. I don't know if Kevin White is the answer.
Kevin White.
Has he played a regular season game in 3 years?
I don't think so.
So, I mean, I know they went out and they signed Kendall Wright.
Stud.
That may have been a wrong. But they need to get some receivers there. Get him some help. I don't know.
Yeah, well, I don't think they should have started Mitch Trubisky this year, but he got some experience. He didn't look terrible with no team, so
he didn't have very many offensive options.
Yeah.
It was pretty much hand the ball off. And Jordan Howard had a terrible sophomore year.
Yeah, he didn't have. He had a couple good games.
He had a couple good games. I don't think he went over 1,000 yards. It was tough. It was tough for the Bears.
Yep.
Tough for the Bears. It may have been better to run out Mike Glennon and see what you got with.
That's what I'm saying. And just
with
have him study.
with the guy you spent X amount of dollars for. I mean, gave him a couple-year contract.
The NFL game is so much faster and so much different than college. You just can't. You can't start in your first year and be successful. Very few guys have done that. I mean, look at Jimmy G. He's a guy that sat. Granted, he sat in the best scenario could ever sat in and learned from the best.
Aaron Rodgers,
but
too.
Aaron Rodgers, same thing. These guys, their success stories are more proven than the guys that get thrown in there right away. So, especially a guy that played 1 year at North Carolina and then gets thrown in there with nobody around him and is expecting to succeed. Well, they're not expecting him to succeed, but they're expecting him to show something out there, and it's really hard. I mean, it's a tough thing. I mean, he could mentally be screwed. He could have a David Carr scenario where he just, he's never going to be the same. So,
what about Watson? What happens to Watson? Obviously, he is the future of the franchise going forward.
What would have that team without him?
What would have happened if the Texans would have had Watson all year? Texans make the playoffs, probably win that division.
Yeah, that's not that. I mean, you got the Jags, Titans, and Colts in that division. I mean, it's a division for the taking.
You have the Jags aren't in the division, are they?
Yeah, isn't it Jags, Colts, Titans, and Texans? Yeah.
Oh,
yeah, those four.
Oh, they actually made it. Wow.
Yep.
Wah.
Well, I think that does it for the show. I'd like to thank Jim from rackfest.com. Be sure to check their site out and their partnership with Leaf and some of the new stuff coming out there. So rackfest.com. And we'll be live here. Don't go nowhere. We've got breaks for the rest of the day. We got Flawless Baseball. We got a triple case contenders and lots of stuff going down. Check the schedule at mojobreak.com. And we'll see you guys next week. Peace out.
Peace, guys.
And that's it. Thanks for watching this episode. Visit mojobreak.com for more info and your break spot. And we will see you next